So in 1932, when Gandhi was already behind bars, he got wind that the British government had decided to award the untouchables a separate but equal electorate. And so on September 20th, 1932, at noon, Gandhi began his fast to the death. Just a quick aside about untouchables. Some of the other terms that are used to describe this class are outcasts. The British, in awarding them separate seats, refer to them as the depressed classes. In India today, they're more commonly known as the Dalits, which comes from the root word meaning broken. None of these are really flattering names. Around this time, 1932, Gandhi began referring to the untouchables as Harijan, which means children of God. Me as an American, untouchables were the people who worked with Eliot Ness, men of unimpeachable integrity. That's what I think of when I think of untouchables.
Here endeth the lesson.
In Lewis Fisher's biography, he's got a couple good quotes. Given a separate electorate, Harijan candidates and elected legislators would stress what divided them from caste Hindus. A political party machine would arise with a vested interest in perpetuating the rift between castes and outcasts. Its political ammunition would be Hindu injustice, very ample ammunition indeed. Such a setup clashed with Gandhi's basic principles: harmony and diversity, love despite differences. Divisions invite collisions, separation breeds hate and violence in thought and action. That makes me think about our current political systems, where Republicans try and out-Republican each other in primaries and Democrats try and out-Democrat each other, and they use as ammunition what the other party is doing, and it drives the two parties farther apart. It polarizes them. As soon as Gandhi's fast had begun, people all over the country began to change their behavior. Temples, which for the thousands of years of Hindu religion had been closed to untouchables, now opened their doors and let all Hindus inside to worship. Upper caste Hindus let it be known that they had accepted food prepared by an untouchable. Hindu leaders and untouchable leaders like Dr. Ambedkar met in Bombay trying to find a compromise that would still make sure that untouchables had representation, but, a compromise that Gandhi could live with, literally. So temple doors weren't the only thing that were opened because of Gandhi's fast. The doors of his wife's prison opened as well. Kasturba was allowed to come and visit her husband in what could be his final days. When she saw him, she greeted him with, "Same old story, fasting again." Dr. Ambedkar took this compromise to Gandhi. So he told Gandhi, I'm willing to help work this out, but I want my compensation. Gandhi said, okay, well, look, the British were going to award you 78 reserved seats. How about 148? And so Dr. Ambedkar was okay with that compromise that nearly doubled the amount of reserved seats that the untouchable class would receive. By Saturday, the doctors had kind of agreed that this could be the last day of Gandhi's life. The Hindu leaders continued to meet and try and work out a compromise, and finally they had a solution that they thought everyone could agree with. But even so, he still refused to break his fast until the British government acknowledged that they would support the compromise as well. In his biography of Gandhi, Lewis Fisher writes, "The fast transformed anti-untouchable discrimination from a religious duty into a moral sin and wrote into life a bill of Harijan rights." Gandhi's fast was really him saying that he was willing to die for his beliefs, that he was willing to sacrifice himself for the sins that the Hindu religion committed against untouchables by denying them equality. And India declined to accept his sacrifice. The British government on Monday, September 26th, signaled that they could agree with this compromise as well. And so Gandhi, that afternoon, he accepted a glass of orange juice from his wife Kasturba, and he broke his fast. Some people say Gandhi should have done more. he should have campaigned for the complete abolition of the entire caste system. You know, he would have died if he tried to fast to the death and demanded that the caste system be abolished. He would have starved to death in that prison cell. So Gandhi did what he could do. Gandhi did more than anyone had ever done before. And when I read the story of Gandhi's fast, I learned that villages and towns all over India passed resolutions in support of equality for untouchables, and they sent these telegraphs to Gandhi in jail, where he was dying, laying in the shade of a mango tree. And so many telegraphs came in, and they made a pile 5 feet high. This time of year, it makes me think of Miracle on 34th Street, where the U.S. Post Office delivers thousands and thousands of letters to a courtroom and declares that, yes, there is a Santa Claus. Gandhi believed the best in us. He believed the best in every single human being, and he was willing to put his life on the line for that. So, Fast for Peace doesn't ask you to do that, but we ask you to join in a 24-hour fast, to abstain from food voluntarily for 24 hours, drink nothing but water, and show your support for equality, for peace, for personal responsibility, for voluntary temperance, for self-reliance, for self-control. These are good values that America can benefit from. There's a reason Gandhi has inspired people all across the world for more than 100 years. I hope you'll join us on Friday, December 15th for the next Fast for Peace. Please use the hashtag Fast for Peace to promote it, and tell your friends. Until then, hashtag Fast for Peace, and just keep walking.